take a look at quantitative and qualitative data. Let's see what is quantitative data. Quantitative data is a numerical data. There are two types. One is discrete and continuous. It's basically numbers. We are dealing when we say quantitative, we are dealing with numbers. Either we can count or measure. And if you look at the qualitative data, that is descriptive data based on observations, involves 5 senses. It is something you can see, feel, taste, hear, and smell. Now let's look at an example of quantitative data first. So this one is discrete and continuous. Okay, let's look at some examples of discrete. Discrete is something that you don't get decimal point. For example, you cannot have 3.5, like it's only the whole number. Let's look at the example. Let's say we say 3 cats. This is discrete because we cannot have 3.5 cats, 3.27 cats, or something like that. It's only whole number. If we say 5 people, we cannot say 5.5 people or something like that. So it's always a whole number. If we say continuous, it's something measurement. For example, if I say 250 pounds is a person's weight, it can be 245.5 as well. You can have the decimal like you can have 0.5. It doesn't have to be whole number all the time. So that is continuous. It can be weight measure or height or some kind of measurement. It's you can always have, you don't have to have the whole number. Okay, and if you look at the qualitative data, if we say a cat is a black cat, the black is a color, we see something. Or we say for example, to see we say color. To whatever the things we feel, like if we feel something, we can say either it's a soft or hard. And taste, we can say good or bad taste. And if we hear, we can say loud or high or low, or loud or low. Okay, and for the smell also we can say good or bad. So it's based on what we feel, what we see, feel, taste, or hear, and smell. So if we have these kind of characteristics, that is called qualitative. Now let's look at some examples. If I say there are 7 dogs, is it quantitative or qualitative? And if it's quantitative, what type it is? Okay, first of all, it's just we are dealing with a number, so this is a quantitative data. And in quantitative, this is a continuous, actually a discrete data, because we cannot have 7.5 dogs or any 7.27 dogs or whatever it is. So this is a quantitative and discrete. And if I say a cat has a black fur, it's black, so it's a color, something that we see. So this is not dealing with any number or anything, so this is a qualitative. And if we say a person is 6 feet tall, it is quantitative because we are dealing with a number. And the next thing is it discrete or continuous? It is discrete because a person can be 5.5 feet, 5.7 feet, 5.25 feet. So it doesn't have to be whole number. So this is a discrete. Okay. And if I say a cat, something is rough, this hand is rough, this is something we feel, so this is a qualitative. Okay, and that's how we differentiate quantitative and qualitative. And in the quantitative, there are 2 types, continuous and discrete. Discrete is something that always whole number, Continuous is something that is, okay, this one I made a mistake here. This is continuous because it can have 5.5 feet, so it's continuous. Okay, so that's the difference. If you can have decimal point and some number, it is continuous. If it has to be always a whole number, that's discrete. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys found it really helpful.